What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. We are continuing on with the series of PAX Pokemon League battles, and we are on number 6. Now, if you take a look right over here, is a picture of the gym leader, Imakuni, the strange life form. Now, he was a very cool guy. I stood in line in his queue, we got a battle down, and he busts out a Mega Gardevoir. So that leads us to our question of the day. Right over here, if you had a Gardevoir, what set would you use on a Mega Gardevoir? I know that Will-O-Wisp is pretty common on it, along with Psyshock, maybe T-Bolt, having Trace on regular Gardevoir to, I guess, take someone else's ability. That's really awesome. But anyway, we're continuing strong with the series, so thank you guys for coming back. You guys did amazing on yesterday's upload. You guys got over 500 likes, so let's continue that up. 500 likes for this video, 500 likes for this awesome new layout that I'm using. This is really exciting. I'm very pumped up for it, and I hope that you guys are pumped up as well. Okay, so Imakuni, really cool guy. I'm going to read his bio really quick. Little is known about the origins of Imakuni, the strange singer who wanders the world on his quest to become famous. He often appears suddenly among gatherings of Pokemon trainers across the globe, singing songs about Pokemon and challenging fans to battles. His strange psychic-type Pokemon, coupled with his odd dance moves and behavior, left most of his challengers bewildered. After disappearing for years, Imakuni has decided to make his return to the PAX Pokemon League, claiming he is a gym leader. He's determined to test the mettle of fellow Pokemon enthusiasts and maybe, just maybe, answering the age-old question, who is cuter, Pikachu or me? If you can overcome this unusual character and his odd battling style, you'll be rewarded with the Enigma badge. Now, spoiler alert, I have myself an Enigma badge right over here. Let's see if you guys get a good... There we go. Nice showing of the Enigma badge. Really awesome design. As you guys know, I've gotten a lot of gym battles, so we will spoil it, and I do win the match. But still, it's fun to actually go through, see what happened, seeing my thought processes behind the whole match, and kind of putting yourself in my position if you were battling against it. So, without further ado, let's jump on into it. Here we go. Switching scenes into this awesome background right here. Yes. Okay, so taking a look at his team. Very, very good Psychic-type team. Dodrio is kind of the odd man out. I asked them, I'm like, well, what's up with the Dodrio, dude? It doesn't really fit. I mean, that doesn't have any psychic typing. And he's like, I just threw it in there. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. Okay, so you got Xatu, and I know that Zatu's got the magic bounce, so I can't be able to set up any spikes. I can't T-Wave without risking it actually bouncing back at me. Exeggutor, I've seen Harvest Exeggutor, so that might be a thing. Delphox, I personally use a Delphox, so the Power Herb Solar Beam Magician combo could definitely be that. Dodrio, don't really know what it does besides Tri-Attack, maybe Drill Peck. It's really quick, but I've never really fought one before because it's so low tier. You've got the Malamar, which is the contrary one, so I've seen that use Superpower a lot and then get those huge boosts. And then you've got the Gardevoir, which is the Mega on his team, that can do a whole multitude of stuff. So I decided to bring my Rain team that I've used in previous Pokemon battles. You've got Klefki to set up the screens. You've got Weaknight, Weakness Policy Dragonite that busts out Hurricane and what is that? Aqua Jet? Yeah. I've got Calm Mind Jirachi along with Politoed that sets up the rain with the Damp Rock, so it's extended period of time. I've got the super awesome Hurricane Moltres in the rain, works out very well, surprisingly. And I'm busting out Mega Scizor, just in case. So, let's jump into this battle. It's going to be very fun. I'm excited to re-narrate this one. So, I have to lead off with Klefki because I want to get the screens up because that'll allow me to switch into all these different attacks with a lot more ease. So, I'm going to go for it. He sends out his Gardevoir, and I'm like, wow, okay, this thing's going to trace my Prankster, and if it has, like, a status move or some setup move, it's going to be able to use it first turn. So, I'm like, whatever, it's okay. I'm just going to go for the light screen, predicting him to go for, like, maybe, I don't know, T-Bolt or something. So, go for the light screen. That's good on my part. He actually switches out into his Xatu, maybe expecting me to go for that T-Wave and bounce it back. but I know that his Zatu's in the wings, so I can't be throwing spikes down. I can't be throwing these T-Waves down. Alright, so he goes for the Reflect. Maybe he's expecting me to use Foul Play, but I definitely don't. I'm going to actually switch into Politoed right over here just to get the rain going. Now, like I said in the team preview, my Politoed's got the Damp Rock, which extends the life of the rain for a lot longer, twice as much actually. So, luckily for him, he's actually going to go to U-turn, get that switch initiative, now freely choose whoever the heck he wants to send in order to counter my Politoed. Now, he's bringing in Exeggutor, but luckily for me, I've got both screens up. I'm going to actually go for the Hypnosis, actually connect it, which is very rare. I mean, hitting a Hypnosis is tough in this game. So, I get the sleep on him, and now I'm just going to go for the safe Ice Beam, because Ice Beam is super effective, and it's going to damage him regardless. That does a good 50%. I don't know if that's a high roll or a low roll, but he actually wakes up and goes for the very strong grass type attack. I think that was Leaf Storm. So, very strong. That could have one-shotted me if I didn't have Light Screen up. But because of that, his special attack went down 2 stages. So, I know that he's going to go for it again simply because I don't really want to risk missing a Hypnosis. So, I'm going to switch into Moltres right now, that quad resist the grass move, and I'm just going to retaliate with a Hurricane. Now, I could easily go for a Fire move, but Fire in the rain, that's not gonna work out too well. And plus, he's bringing in Delphox. So either way, go for that Hurricane, 100% accurate inside of the rain, so that's going to be fun. It's going to be a 2-hit KO, thank goodness. Now, I am faster simply because I am Choice Scarf, so I'm locked into Hurricane right now. And I love running Choice Scarf on my Moltres because it allows good revenge KOs. So right now, I mean, he's going to trace my pressure. That's not really a big deal. It's not like I'm, blasting Fire Blast where, I could totally lose out on power points for it. So in comes the Mega Evolution Gardevoir. I'm like, oh my god, what's this thing gonna do? Is he gonna go for Psyshock? Is he gonna go for T-Bolt? Because T-Bolt would have been super effective. I've seen that on Mega Gardevoirs. But anyway, I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for the Hurricane. It does like 45% damage. He goes for the Psyshock, and that's going to hit on my defensive side. So that's gonna hurt. Now it did a clean 50%, maybe a little bit more. I'm not gonna risk not killing him and then losing my Moltres. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch into Klefki right now and try to get my screens right back up. I know that I can take a Psyshock very well considering it's resisted due to the Psychic versus Steel defensive typing. So right now we are going to raise that special defense again with the help of Light Screen. Mega Gardevoir shows off another move, which is Shadow Ball, which is awesome. That's very good for Aegis Slashes and other ghost types that want to come in on this thing and run train on it. Either way, I got the defense drop, which is not that great, so that's going to hurt a little bit more. But right now, I need to actually switch back into my Politoed to get the rain out, because I don't want to risk missing any Hurricanes. So if I'm able to do this, hopefully he can go for the Shadow Ball or something that's really non-stab, so they don't do that much damage on it. So luckily for me, Politoed is still alive and kicking, so I can bring him in probably one more time to set up the rain. So in comes Scizor right now. He'll probably switch up his moves back to Psyshock because that's his strongest stab type attack. So luckily for me, I do take it. I take about 25% damage, a little more than I wanted to, but that's okay because I've got Mega Scizor, and I know that Mega Gardevoir can't touch me with any physical or special moves that it has. But lo and behold, it's packing Will-O-Wisp. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks because my whole Scizor over here is physical. But luckily for me, I'm going to be able to set up with him and go for the Swords Dance. Now, whenever you're burnt, that means that your physical attack gets cut in half. That means that you're not going to be as strong. But with the Swords Dance boost, I'm able to boost that right back up to normal and knock him out with a super effective Bullet Punch. So the burn is taking its toll on me right now. Malamar is going to be able to come in. Luckily for me, I'm faster than Malamar, and at the same time, I've got the Bug Bite, which is 4 times super effective against Malamar's typing. Malamar is a Dark Psychic type, so Darks are weak against Bug, and so is Psychic. So that was awesome that I was able to bust that out. So in comes Xatu right now. I can either go for Bullet Punch, or I can go for Bug Bite. I choose Bullet Punch because I know that I'm not going to be around for too much longer, and I might as well get some damage on it. So he goes for Psyshock. That doesn't do anything against me, but he does get the special defense drop. I don't know how. It's crazy. It's always happening to me. Anyway, my light screen's off. I literally have one more attack, so I might as well Bullet Punch to see what I can do and pretty much set myself up for next turn. But lo and behold, he busts out the Roost, and I'm like, oh, come on. I totally sacked my my Scizor just to do all that chip damage against Xatu, but he roosts it all off, which makes my efforts for nothing. So a burnt Scizor is kind of a useless Scizor. So now I'm going to actually bring in Klefki. I'm going to need the screens up one more time because, you know, that Psyshock is coming off of a very strong special attack. Now he goes into U-turn just to get that switch initiative one more time. He can freely switch up to any one of his pokes who wants to come in and do some work against me. So he is actually going to send in his Exeggutor right now. I'm thinking, well, you know what? I can T-Wave this guy because I doubt he's going to switch right back into Xatu, but that would have been killer if he did. So I'm going to T-Wave this thing just to slow it down, maybe get the Parahacks going, because that will definitely help me out when I bring in my next Pokemon to attack. So I'm actually trying to switch out, but now he uses Infestation, and what that does, it's kind of like Wrap in the old school generation games. It does a set amount of damage every turn that the Infestor is in, but it allows you to not switch out. So it's kind of like Shadow Tag or Arena Trap, but you're kind of stuck here. You're like stuck in this binding of Infestation. So that thing is going to knock me out, and I can't switch out freely like I wanted to. So good job on that. I haven't really seen that on Exeggutor, so that was very thinking outside the box. So in comes Politoed right now for one last Drizzle. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I can, you know, set up the Drizzle, switch out, because maybe he's going to go for that Leaf Storm one more time, and then I can pretty much set up from there. Luckily for me, he gets the Parahacks. I don't know what he was going to go for, probably that Leaf Storm. So me wanted to take advantage of it. I don't know if he's got T-Wave or Leech Seed, but I'm going to go for Sub right now and try to avoid all that stuff. We already know his moveset of Leaf Storm and Infestation. So he's got two other moves. Maybe Leech Seed, Giga Drain, I'm not really sure. Maybe a Psychic move somewhere in there too, because you got to take advantage of that stab. Anyway, so I'm going to go, yeah, there we go, Psychic. He reveals it right here. And luckily for me, that's quad resisted because I'm Steel and I'm Psychic type. So I'm going to go for Calm Minds right behind the Sub, and I am sitting pretty. This is like end game right here. This is win conditions. I'm in the rain. I've got my Sub Calm Mind Jirachi, and I'm just setting up these Calm Minds. I'm boosting my special attack. I'm at level 2 right now, and I'm boosting my special defense at level 2 right now. So he's having a hard time breaking the Sub. I resist both of his stab type attacks, so I'm really in a good spot right here. So I'm doing well with setting up as much as I can because he's got a couple pokes left in the wings that I'm going to need to make sure that I'm strong enough to take on. He's starting to see that, and now he switches out into his Xatu. But luckily for me, the rain is still up due to the damp rock on the Drizzle Politoed. And I'm going to go for that last Calm Mind. So I'm at +3 right now. +3 attack, +3 special defense. This guy's not going to be able to touch me with any special move that he has in his arsenal. So I'm actually packing Thunder on this Jirachi just for this rain team. 100% accurate. You've got a 60% chance of the paralyzation once I use it because of my Serene Grace ability, which doubles the potential added effects. So there we go. He actually had a Wackenberry that reduced the damage of electrical type moves, which is awesome. I'm noticing that a lot in the PAX Pokemon League. They're using the berries that help reduce the damage. But either way, I'm going to keep on raining these Thunders down on his entire team because no one else is going to be able to take it, especially not a +3. Heck, I mean, that Xatu's dead as soon as it comes in. So luckily for him, I'm not packing rocks, or else that Xatu would have been way dead a long time ago. So Dodrio comes in just to eat a Thunder to the dome. Those 3 domes, they're out of here. My Reflect wears off, but that really doesn't matter. Exeggutor, I'm actually going to switch up moves right over here, go for the Psyshock, hoping that it's a little bit stronger because it's Stab, and going towards his defensive stat, but he lives it on a very small amount. My Rain team definitely needs Rock support. because had this Pokemon got, you know, hit by Stealth Rocks all the times that it switched in, it would have been dead by now. So finally my sub decides to break due to the 4 hits that it took behind that sub. And I'm just going to go for another Psyshock, knock this guy out, and then Zatu's going to come on in, and we are going to finish him off very strong with the +3 Jirachi and the Thunder. So, or am I going to go for Psyshock? Yeah, because the rain's gone, I might as well go for Psyshock. I'm not going to risk missing it, just because. But either way, that was it. Bravo, Imakuni. Awesome battle. I had a very fun time. Max powers. That was really good. So taking a look at the team, you know, I still had my Dragonite in the wings that could have easily survived any one attack since there were no entry hazards up, and just retaliated with, I think I was using Hurricane and Aqua Jet, so priority. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Okay, so here we go. We are going to go back to the screen here. So very fun battle. Thank you so much, Imakuni, for battling me. I had a fun time. And if you guys enjoyed the battle, by all means, hit that like button. We're aiming for 500 likes, guys. I know you can do it. You guys did a great job on the last battle, so let's keep that up. Let's have that our new AbdallahNATION standard. It only takes a second to do so, so please help out. All right, other than that, we've got the comment question of the day with Mega Gardevoir over here. What kind of set would you run on a Mega Gardevoir? We saw Imakuni's Mega Gardevoir ran the Psychic Shadow Ball. That's very good coverage. Psychic Shadow Ball. And then Will-O-Wisp for all the physical attackers, and then one move of their choice depending on coverage. I think that works out very well. I don't know if Gardevoir can get Calm Mind, but that would be excellent. You know, just burn someone and then Calm Mind up while they're trying to attack you. That would be awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. We are, we're going to keep it strong and continue on with the PAX Pokemon battles if you guys are enjoying this series. And the only way to show me that you guys are enjoying the series is by hitting that like button. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, stay tuned for more Pokemon PAX East narrated Wi-Fi battles. We'll talk to you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching.